How are you, Trace? Trace, you there, brother?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I didn't hear you for a second.
It's all good. You had me on mute?
No, I kind of, the phone, whipped out for a second. I don't know.
All good. Hey, let's start that again. Trace McSorely here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Trace?
I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. What did you see in the Wisconsin secondary that you thought that you guys could exploit?
Just kind of, we saw that they did a lot of man coverage, one-on-one type matchups, and we liked our matchups with our receivers outside. And our receivers started gaining some confidence during the game, and they continue to make plays down the field, and some jump balls coming down with them, went out and made every catch, and were able to make the catch and run with it after and get some big plays for us.
Yeah, and like the wheel route that I mentioned with Barkley, you just dropped it in there beautifully. There were a couple times where I just thought maybe, look, it's just working so well. My guys are making plays on these jump balls. I'm just going to throw up and see what happens and trust them to make a play. Is that a fair assessment of what you tried on a couple of occasions in the Big Ten championship game?
Yeah, I think those guys kept coming to me and saying, just keep giving us chances. We'll make the play for you, and I trusted them, and I had complete confidence in those guys. And when our receivers are playing with a lot of confidence like they were, we feel like there's not a lot of people who could stop them. So they kept saying they were confident, they were feeling it, and just to keep giving them chances. And that's what I try to do, just try and put it in a spot where they can go make a play. And they continue to do that play after play after play.
That said, what were you guys saying to each other when it was 28-7 on Saturday?
Just to keep believing, don't get down. We'd been in that situation before, so it wasn't uncharted territory for us. So just to keep believing and keep grinding through. And we knew there's not a 21-point play that was going to get us back. We knew it was going to take a couple scores, a couple different drives, and just to keep taking advantage of each time we got the ball, and just really take advantage of the opportunities, try to put the ball in the end zone every time, but then just take it one play at a time, not trying to do everything all in one play.
Trace McSorely joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show after leading Penn State to the Big Ten championship. How would you describe your team upon hearing the news that Ohio State was going?
We were thankful for kind of everything that we had got with the year. Obviously, we were hoping to be able to get into one of the top four spots, but after that, it came out. We were thankful for where we were. We were excited for opportunity to be going to the Rose Bowl. The committee made the decision. They feel like they got the top four teams in. We respect that decision, and we're just excited to kind of get ready, start preparing for the Rose Bowl out in Pasadena.
So there's no sense of bitterness at all that Ohio, that team that you beat, is going to try and play for something, and you did everything that was asked of you with the exception of 2 occasions during the season, winning? I mean, there's no sense of bitterness at all, Trace?
No, I think we understood the committee's decision and we respect it. And we're just, like I said, we're just excited about getting to the Rose Bowl and getting ready to play against USC and out in Pasadena. We're just excited for all that, and we were hopeful to be able to have opportunity to play in the college football playoff. It didn't work out in our favor, but like I said, the committee, they do their job, and they feel like they got the top 4 teams there. So congratulations to all those teams. Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, and Washington. They all had great seasons, and they all put together impressive resumes to state their case, and committee felt like those are the top 4 teams. Unfortunately, we were just right outside of that.
Let's talk about you a little bit. How does a kid from Virginia wind up in central Pennsylvania to play college football? How'd that happen?
I was actually going to go to Vanderbilt with when Coach Franklin was there and play for him at Vanderbilt. And then when he came over to Penn State with the coaching change, just kind of followed him here. And, it's weird to think I ended up from being in Virginia to now I'm in central Pennsylvania. Obviously playing at Penn State, never really thought I'd be here. But I'm definitely thankful for the opportunity that Coach Franklin gave me to come with him to Penn State. And I couldn't be more happy with my decision now being here at Penn State and kind of how everything's unfolded.
So then what is it about Coach Franklin that made you say, okay, you make that decision, even though that's not something I thought, I'll go follow you? What made you do that with him?
A big part of it was the belief that I felt he had in me to play quarterback at at the college level. A lot of throughout my recruitment, a lot of schools are saying I'd play safety and recruiting me for other positions. And Coach Franklin was very adamant that he wanted me to play quarterback, and he believed in my ability as a quarterback. And I think that was the biggest thing for me, just his belief in me, and just kind of how he continued to show to me and my family that he believed in what I could do as a quarterback, and that was huge for me and my family, and going through all the decision-making process, trying to pick a school. So just his real belief in me and what I can do as a quarterback, I think, was the main factor for me.
So who was your guy growing up? Who's the quarterback that that you're trying to emulate, that you're modeling your game after, Trace?
I mean, for a while, I always looked at Drew Brees as a quarterback, kind of similar stature to what I am. Always kind of looked at as being shorter and kind of that kind of style is how he kind of just drops back and is kind of a passer, and just kind of try to mold myself a little bit after him. And then I also looked at guys like Michael Vick and Russell Wilson, kind of going through high school with how they played, and you use their legs and their athletic ability.
And where'd the home run swing and looking at your tape measure shot come from, Trace? Where'd that one come from?
That came from over the spring. Me and one of our other quarterbacks just talking about wanting to do something after touchdowns, just to have a little fun and just kind of incorporate both of us in it. So we were sitting there one day talking about doing something, and then it just came to our mind doing like a little baseball swing and having fun with that. So it kind of caught on and continued to do that, and we're able to get a couple of touchdowns in this year, and kind of it's taken off more than we expected it to. But I guess that means we've had some success in offense, getting touchdowns. So it's been a lot of fun to kind of see where we just kind of were talking about it and see how it's kind of taken off and where it is now.
How far can you hit a baseball, though, Trace? I mean, seriously, do you have a home run swing, a literal home run swing? Do you have one?
I haven't played baseball since middle school, so I'm not sure if I do. I feel like I could get one out of the park, though.
Okay.
If I got a good pitch and got a good swing.
You definitely have a good swing. I mean, we saw that. We saw that 4 times. I saw it 4 times on Saturday night. All right, Law, you got your quarterback on. Give him a shot. Give him a shot. I got a big Penn State guy here, and who's sitting here on the Rich Eisen show. I didn't plan it. I'm just throwing it out there. Go for it, Law. Give your.
Well, thanks for an awesome season, Trace. It was really fun to watch this team and kind of how you guys rolled on after that Minnesota win. Question is, though, what was said at halftime? You guys went for it on 4th down twice in the first half, got stuffed on both of them, and then obviously we got that late score in the second quarter. What was the mentality at half, and what did Coach say to the team specifically?
Our mentality at half was just to – there was 30 minutes left for us to, win the Big Ten championship, and to kind of cement this team's legacy and cement this season in Penn State history. So that was kind of what was said at halftime. Just we had 30 minutes left, just to keep believing in what we were doing. Always, trying to stay positive and just keep believing that we were going to win the game. I don't think there wasn't anyone in that locker room who felt we weren't going to win that game at halftime, even with us having been down and gotten into a pretty deep hole. So just kept talking at halftime, just make sure guys are staying positive and believing in the team, believing in our game plan, in our coaches, and in ourselves. Just staying up and staying positive. Knew we had made some mistakes in the first half, had to get those corrected. But if we just kind of came out, executed like we have really this whole season in the second half, executed like we knew we could. Then we felt comfortable and confident that we were going to come out on top. Unfortunately, we were able to do that.
Well, Trace, congrats on coming up big in a big spot. And again, for folks like Chris, who you just spoke to, and for everybody else, the Penn State fans, you've seen it. You know what this stuff means, and what it means to have a new chapter with winning and with people winning with pride. So, congrats with that and being somebody who's at the forefront of it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You bet, Trace. That's Trace McSorely.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.